Leicester, Leeds and Southampton are back in the Championship. Will one or more of them bounce back at the first attempt? We'll get on to our three teams, but first, what does recent history tell us? In their first season after going down, out of the last 15 teams, 5 went straight back up. That's 1 in every 3. So 10 didn't go straight back up. That's 2 in every 3. 9 were in the top 6. That's 60%. 3 were all the way down in the bottom half. That's 20%. Average position, 7th. Median position, 5th. Most common position, 1st. Now, teams who come down are under pressure to get straight back up. Of the 10 teams who didn't go up first time, you will not be shocked to hear that not one of the managers was in the job for season 2. Some didn't even make Christmas in season 1. The theory is simple. Teams coming down have better quality players than their new rivals. If they can keep a good number of those, then they've got a chance. Unless a club comes down with money chaos, the boost of the parachute payments should be a big help. Even though the pressure is on, good managers are keen to join, as they're basically one good year away from working in the Premier League. Other than Burnley last season, who did a complete reset, the rest of the teams to bounce back first time recently all had one or more of those traits. But there are still plenty of examples of teams who didn't get it right. So, will any of Leicester, Leeds and Southampton be able to bounce straight back? In terms of big picture stuff, as you'd imagine, none of them are thriving. Leicester have eased off their spending in recent times, but are stable and the setup is really good. Leeds seem to have an owner keen to sell, a buyer keen to buy, but no takeover, and that feels right at the top of the to-do list. Southampton did get taken over just about 18 months ago. The first complete season obviously didn't go too well. We'll learn far more about their new owners this season. Those new owners are expected to announce Russell Martin as their new boss. That is still with the lawyers though. Despite all the pretty football on show at MK and at Swansea, it was only a first top 10 finish for Martin this past season. That said, he should now have better players and more money than he ever has had before. Both Leicester and Leeds are in need of a new manager too. The Foxes fired Brendan Rodgers and then interim manager Dean Smith couldn't keep them up. Who's next? Who knows? Leeds fired Jesse March, took ages to get Javi Gracia, and then ended the season with Big Sam. Both need to make a smart hire that could be the key one in bouncing straight back or not. We know if all these sides aren't in or close to the top 6, then these managers could be on their way out quickly. Some teams who have come down have managed to keep hold of players who were frankly too good for the league. The likes of Mitrovic and Buendia both drove their teams to first place first season returns. Could Leicester even dream of keeping Maddison or Barnes? Will Leeds, pricey bunch of Aronson, Rutter, Sinisterra and Adams, be able to stay and boss the Championship? At Southampton, Ward-Prowse, Walker-Peters, Livramento are all big assets. Of course, a lot of these guys will need to be sold, but some won't and could be the ones to build around. Which of the big names do you think will stay and have the fight in the Championship? As I said, unless you're going to try the Burnley style reset, then I think it's all about being calm and stable and just avoiding chaos. Sell as few or as needed. Don't go sacking managers too quickly, and let size and power be your friend. Sounds simple, right? But things do still need to be done right, and we can all point to plenty of examples where that hasn't happened. Having an advantage in life or sport is one thing. Using it to win is something completely different. Let me know in the comments, how do you see Southampton, Leeds and Leicester going? Will any of them, or even more than one of them, bounce straight back? Which big names do you think are going to be willing to hang around? Answer with your head and we can have ourselves a good debate. Answer with your heart and it's a little bit harder, to be honest. And why not stay right here? I did exactly this exercise for the 3 teams who have taken Leicester, Leeds and Southampton's places in the Premier League. Click here to see my thoughts on how Burnley, Sheffield United and Luton will get on after going up to the top tier.